Can't look at you. Can't look at you. No, if you can't sign. Can't look at you.
Oh, I'm just coming to greet you.
Okay.
What's
You
up?
go to what's up? I give you 3 weeks, you know you.
3 weeks of what?
Exams.
Use what?
You people didn't use 3 weeks, I didn't come because of exams.
But they were still holding the show. Yes, yeah, and they were. Last week he was around. Alright.
Ciao. And that was Kwampa. You are still listening to the Open Air Theater Show, your number 1 art show, right here on Univers105.7 FM. And we have our guests who are sharing some of their poetry with us. So we'll continue our conversation with them. Now, Benny, how long have you been using, like, I read your bio recently, you said you believe that art is very powerful propaganda. So how long have you been using your art as a tool for social change?
Sure. Since probably high school, I remember I was in like a AP Advanced Placement art class, and I did my entire series of work on like what was happening in America at the time. My senior year was like 2015, so like Black Lives Matter was just really starting to pop off with like Ferguson and stuff like that. So I was definitely trying to do things in that. But I guess I was inspired to make art that has been socially conscious, because like the rappers I listen to always like try to keep it for the culture and making sure we're like pushing ourselves in a positive direction. People like Mos Def, Lupe Fiasco, like all sorts of people. So I guess this like year, I think I've definitely been trying to push that forward a lot more. But I've been doing it for as long as I can remember.
Cool. And Shay?
Like I said earlier, I've always been writing, but it's been recent for me opening up and sharing it with other people, because I think that beyond even just a common conversation with someone, writing is like a window into the soul, what you're thinking, everything. So I would be very wary about who I let in, but I realized over time that what I have to offer is of value, and I think people take away something from my pieces. So about the last maybe 2 years or so, I've been performing and just sharing my content with people, hoping that it'll spark some type of change.
Nice. And bless your drawings. What are you doing with your drawings?
Like I said, my drawing are literally my subconscious page. So like most of the time when people look at it, like it doesn't make sense to them. Like it looked pretty and all, but it's just like, what is that? I'm like, I already can't explain it to you because I wasn't aware of it when I was doing it. But I've been like following a lot of artists who are like activists. So like showing like art, like drawing and showing like their political view through art. And like that's something I really want to follow in aspect of just like I'm really passionate about like Africa and like the things that happen within Africa. So like that's something I'm trying to go towards, like drawing and showing my art and being an activist for Africa, like showing things to people in the West that happen in Africa that I aren't aware of, that they're like huge like manufacturer of. So.
And I want to throw this question to everyone. What has been your greatest moment in Ghana so far? Yeah, I know, very difficult. If you've got a series of them, feel free. Let's go. Ben.
The first thing that comes to mind always is like my experience with like Rastafari. Like meeting Rastas here, meeting the whole community here. Because I have blogs and stuff. I didn't expect to feel like this connected with people I didn't necessarily know, just based on that. So every time like I meet a Rasta, like random places all over, it's always it's always a positive experience, and it's always like something really memorable. I think I've learned a lot from them.
Shay.
For me, I like just have this thing where like every conversation I have, I kind of like take a piece away from it. And so like just all the people I've met and I've interacted with, and for me, I have been working with a foundation, and I was volunteering with some girls. And even though I was a teacher, I was a tutor, I believe they taught me way more than I taught them, and it just puts so much into perspective for me. I'm always like in this mindset of like you stop growing when you stop learning. So that's something that I always try to work on, and that's been a great like Ghana has been fertile soil for me in that way.
Bless.
It's so strange that every day when I wake up happy. And that's something that I think I've gotten since like my foot retouched the soil. It's like every day I woke up, I'm smiling, my heart is happy. So I'm just like, damn, I'm not stressed. I haven't felt stressed since I came out here. It was crazy. So yeah.
And what has been the most striking artistic thing about Ghana so far?
There's a lot of creatives out here that wasn't something, because like being African, you're pushed towards like you gotta be a doctor, you have to be an engineer, or like something, a lawyer. So like just seeing all of these creative souls out here and like hearing poetry from like Ghanaians and like actually speaking that truth and speaking truth to what is going on in Ghana and that people are silent about. That's something that really been like amazing.
Benu?
Can you repeat the question one more?
What has been the most striking artistic thing you've seen here so far?
I know what Blessing was talking about, just the idea that there's so many creatives. I've just been like approached on the street by random people who want to like work with me to model something that they're doing, or write for something that they're doing, or just be involved. So like the community is really tight knit, and there's always something happening like underground, and it's just really beautiful. Like it's very entertaining. I really appreciate it.
Shay?
Yeah, they summed up everything I would say. I would just add that the people who are pushing the envelopes artistically and having these conversations that people just seem to not always want to bring to the forefront is what I really appreciate.
Cool. Benny, are you ready to give us a rap for us?
What kind of beats you got?
I've
Good
got
question.
beats.
Good question.
I've got beats. What kind of beats do you need?
I'm more like a 90s beat, boom bap type.
Okay, I think
I don't
okay.
care what's this. I heard you.
I've got this. Let's go. The beat is coming.
Okay, alright.
That's the intro to the beat.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I blow it. Yeah.
You've got to rap louder.
Where are we at, rapper?
Okay.
I'm a crown tribe in the smoke cloud. I'm heaven where my head's at. Nobody's home if the feds ask. I'm bringing black consciousness to critical mass. Scribbling crap classes in back of my class. I'm bringing it back to a rap that says fat facts for masses. Battling classes, fascists with badges, and these masses with lashes, who living life lavish. I'm making a clash with these bars that are savage. Though we been beaten branded, we ran the brand names. Said we ain't slaves no more. Those chains have changed the metal to mental. It ain't coincidental. You can call it a kennel, it's a cage. We live in free range, but to engage should be enraged. Preoccupied with propaganda and lies, our minds blinded. History hidden, and it's too hard to find it. Stricken from records is why I spit over records. Black as a leopard, black as a panther. On the stands is guerrilla warfare over clicks and snares. Got close combat on the cadence. I refuse to be complacent when every breath I take is a political statement, and every rhyme we make leave those adjacent jaws ajar like Mason. Spit in the face of these races. Bringing it back to rap seem miraculous. I'm so ahead of myself, man. I add into this vagina assist. Yeah.
Nah.
Go on!
Anybody ready to jump on that? Shay. Bless it.
No.
Alright.
I was giving out
You
talent.
got it. I'm a writer.
Don't look at me, I'm not jumping.
Okay.
I've already freestyle. I know you can freestyle.
Yeah, I can freestyle.
Yes.
Okay. So we are different versions of ourselves coming from different places, different spaces, different traces. But here we stand today, seated today as one, different sons of the African motherland. And these are the songs from our hearts and our works and our hands. And we will spit free this fire and set free this fire like a charm flowing from our hearts and minds. And we would set the world on fire, and this smoke would rise from our deep hearts and be a reflection of our black skins, because though our skins might be so dark, we can still have very bright ideas burning like the flames in our hearts. We would grow these things like the locks on our head, and maybe I might pass the whole thing back to you, Benny.
Hey.
Alright.
Nah, you got me with this whole I'm trying to think of stuff that I don't swear or anything. Okay.
Yeah, we are gradually running out of time. We might have to end it here, but
That's all right.
alright, that was good.
Yeah.
Benny and I are going to freestyle elsewhere. Before we wrap up, I want to take a final piece from Shay. Shay, do you have a final piece? One that isn't so long. Okay, so since we'll not be able to do a short one, we are wrapping up with the show. The leadership focused people are actually standing on my neck right now for shady reasons. I don't know why. Anyway, so before we go, guys, can I get your social media handles?
Oh yeah. On Twitter I am BLKBNW Black the New at Black the New. Also Black Quasar on Instagram. Shoot. I think that's about it.
Blessing.
On Instagram is the letter 4 blessed to bless. So for blessed to bless.
For blessed to bless.
Yeah, and that's like the only social media that I'm actually on. So.
Shay.
Instagram piercings with an S and pineapples with an S. Twitter pierced peasant. And I have a podcast, Slaynuh Sofa. If you just go to my Instagram, you can find it linked there.
Nice. People, all too soon, we've come to the end of today's show. The show has been good. This has been the open air theater show, and then you guys listening know how I sign off. I don't know if my guests know, so I'm going to need their help to do this. Benny, give me a word.
Pan-Africanism.
Pan-Africanism. Blessing, anywhere. Afro. Shay. Optimism. Sage.
Africa.
I told you were going to say something. So Sage, give us Africa. And then my guy from Leadership Focus, Samson, give me a word. Nkrumah. Okay, people, are you ready? Okay, let's see. Pan-Africanism is taking a new shape, a new form, so we would spit verses from our Afro reflecting in our African hearts, because we are optimistic about the things that we do, so we would ride on optimism into the future, because optimism will be the ship that will bring the slaves home. The former slaves are now slave masters of their own dreams, and they are no slaves to anybody, because this is Africa, this is our home, this is our roots, this is our spot of origin, this is our center, our core, where we came from. And just like the statue of Nkrumah pointing to the future, that is where we are going. And though the future might not be a place, we'll keep it in the back of our heads that journey is all there is, destination is just an illusion. All too soon, we've come to the end of today's show. The show was produced by the big man himself, Andy.com, with assistance from PSCA, Iradra Brew, and Abraham Manap. The show comes your way every Sunday from 5 p.m. through to 6 p.m. right here on Univers105.7 FM. My name is Doji Kabe, aka Who is Deji, and I've been your host for today. We had Benny on the show, we had Blessing, we had Shay. Don't go anywhere. Up next on Radio Universe is Leadership Focus.